Okay. Wait. I am on the show. Hi. How are you? How is it going? I hope it's going great. On the top of that, don't forget, if one door closes, another door opens. My name is Asim Bakr, lawyer. If you are looking for the tracing or historical tracing about advocacy in Sudan, stick on this video. Meanwhile, it's more than important to get a step back and read the first video. This video is a complementary and second video about this topic. The topic is lawyering in the Republic of Sudan in 100 years. So let's get the show on the road. Last time we stopped at the point of establishing the Faculty of Law in Gordon University in 1956. The very recent development at that time, by instituting Cairo University Khartoum branch, most importantly, which is interested us, there was a college of law in that university. Cairo University, instituted by that time in 1965 and 55, and the curriculum was merely Egyptian, driven from the continental law or the continental legal system or Egyptianized continental law. The teaching in the college was in Arabic language, and as I have said, with the Egyptian curriculum, and by the Egyptian teachers, evening classes. And the admission in the University of Cairo, Khartoum branch, was more easily than the Khartoum University admissionable or admission rules. Backwards, as we are tracing the history of advocacy in Sudan, by that time, the governing law or the governing ordinance is the Ordinance of Advocate in Sudan in 1935. Under that ordinance, there was a division and subdivisions for lawyers and license for lawyers. That ordinance was stated and organized the appearance of civil lawyers before the civil courts. As we have said, there was main two branches, the branch of civil advocates and the other branch for the Sharia advocates. Civil advocates means advocates studied the modern law under the supervision of a recognized college inside Sudan or outside Sudan. Sharia studied Sharia law and interpretation of Sharia law under the Egyptian teachers. And recently after their graduation, they will be Sharia judges or official in the Sharia courts. By that law or under that law or ordinance, the main division is Sharia lawyers or Sharia advocate, civil advocate. There were other two subsections or subdivisions, which is in terms of the license. There was a restricted license and unrestricted license. Restricted license and unrestricted license. The advocate whom is obtained the unrestricted license means he can appear before Sharia courts and at the same time before the civil courts. Most importantly, he is a civil advocate, but he gets the right of appearing before the Sharia courts. The second license is the restricted license is for practicing advocacy before the civil courts without appearing before Sharia court. Meanwhile, it's more than important to mention that the advocates of civil cause was supervised by the legal department by that time and the judiciary, while the advocate of Sharia law, Sharia court, were supervised by the Grand Judge or the Chief Judge of Sharia Division. The more important evolution in back then, the bar examination under the ordinance of 1935, there was the requirement of sitting for the bar examination. Anyone whom was delivered an application to become a lawyer needs to sit for bar examination. Bar examination was requirement, but for the graduates from other university, excluded the graduates of Khartoum University Faculty of Law. The main reason here of exemption of the graduates of Khartoum University from sitting for the bar examination was an academic justification. The academic justification was the graduate of Khartoum University Faculty of Law were studied under the common law system, and they studied the modern law according to the British common law. And Sudan have been following the approach of the common law system. Sudan is one of the most important Commonwealth countries right now. So the other graduates from foreign universities or University of Cairo, the branch of Khartoum, they were studied the modern law according to the continental law or the continental approach or the Egyptianized continental law. Also, they studied in Arabic, while the Khartoum graduates studied in English language. So it's more, for me, it's more important, or it's more justifiable for them to sit for the bar examination. But lawyers refused that exemption of Khartoum graduates from sitting to the bar examination. And also the Sharia law, or the Sharia courts advocates also were protested against not giving them the right of appearing before the civil courts. The Sharia graduates or the Sharia advocates, they didn't give the right to appear before the civil courts, also because of the academic reason. They studied Sharia with its fourth interpretation, especially Hanafi interpretation, and they were studied in Arabic, so they didn't study the modern law, whether it's in civil legal system or common legal system. So it's more reasonable not to get the right of appearing before the civil court. They protested against this law and delivered their memorandum to the legal department. But the legal department, by that time in 1965, refused their project of law. Their project was to make a separate bar committee for Sharia lawyers. The Sudanese Sharia Lawyers Committee. But the legal department refused that project because of not getting the vote of other lawyers. And also, if they get the votes, they need to deliver this project of law to the parliament, the Sudanese parliament. More recently, and the main disputes is between the civil advocates themselves. They were protested against the exemption of Khartoum University graduates from sitting the bar examination. In 1965, the bar examination was stopped. And there was no requirement of sitting the bar examination. But after a few months, the requirements of sitting for the bar examination was revived, but with new amendments. The new amendment was exclude all the graduates, all the graduates studied inside Sudan from sitting to the bar examination, because they seated in Sudan. After that, there was a new evolution, but extraordinary evolution by the teaching staff of Faculty of Law, University of Khartoum. They delivered a sub-memorandum to the legal department, said that it's not logic and against the Sudanese legal system not sitting the bar examination. So it is more consistent and better for the Sudanese legal system that all the graduates or all the graduates from all the Sudanese university universities should sit for the bar examination without any exclusion. The legal department accepted those amendments and accepted that memorandum, and the bar examination revived also on the part of sitting by all the Sudanese graduates. That was more important landmarks in the history of lawyering in Sudan and practicing law before Sudanese courts, civil and Sharia courts. I tried to bring all laws together in one place. As I have said, there was Advocate Ordinance in 1935. Later, there was an ordinance in 1983. Before 83, in 1970, and then the ordinance of 1930, the 1983, which is in full force until today, but with the amendments of 2014. This was the new law. This is the new law of the Sudanese lawyers, the current and working in full force. I hope that was a little bit satisfied. I tried my best. Overall, I tried my best and give you the historical trace. Just I want to say, if life gives you lemon, make lemonade. Thank you for watching. I will see you soon. Try give me your correction if there is faults. See you soon.